This is Tallahassee's News Channel 27.
Center. Henry to the Birmingham line to out off in DB centers. Neziol there. He shoots and scores. Mark Neziol scores. And that runs his point scoring streak now to 10 consecutive games.
And I got to tell you what a nice passing play. First of all, Henry to Aldoff. Aldoff carried it down to the zone, and Neziol was sitting there alone in the slot, buried it.
Like Mark Neziol at his own blue line. Headman pass on left wing to Shane Henry. Henry comes in wide and fires and scores! Shane Henry! Shane Henry with 2:20 or 2:59 to go. Get it out of the zone. Sauter keeps it alive. Here's Sauter down the slot, walking in backhander, and he scores! Harley Sauter scores, and the Tiger Sharks have a 2-goal lead.
That was a perfect give-and-go play between Hardy Sauter and Ronnie Pasco. Hardy gave it to Ronnie. Ronnie right back to Hardy. He made a nifty little move with the backhander, and he got it behind Manuel. That's a big goal. It's now 3-1.
10:33 to go, period number 3. Sylvester with a puck in center. Ingraham bats it away from him. Ingraham's got a breakaway down left wing. Here he comes. He scores! What a great goal by Cal Ingraham. He stole the puck of the blue line, turned on the speed, came down left wing, and with a wrist shot beat Mark Neziol. Tallahassee is up by 2. Here's Neziol down left wing. Neziol wrist shot save, rebound in front, score! Tiger Sharks up 4-1. Darren Schwartz scores on the rebound. Sauter starting up line. Hands the puck to an open man in center. That's Pasco. Now on right wing, Tiger Sharks with it. Paradise takes it in deep behind the net center. Sauter there. He shoots. He scores! Harvey Sauter has tied the game.
What a great play by Jimmy Paradise to find Hardy Sauter breaking in from the right point. And Hardy Sauter made no mistake about it. Top jump on Todd Hunter. What a great goal with a great feed from Jimmy Paradise streaking down that wing, Jimmy.
Tiger Sharks bringing it into the checker end of the rink. They're up 2-1. Tallahassee is out off with it at the center point. Holds that puck, looks and shoots. He scores! Rod Aldoff, a cannon of a blast from the center point. It might have been touched on the way home, but the Tiger Sharks are on top by 2.
That was an absolute blast by Aldoff, but you gotta give credit to Mark Neziol.
Good morning and welcome to this special edition of the Tiger Shark Report here on Channel 27 on this cold Sunday morning. As you know, the team is on their way back from a 2-week road trip, and in just a moment we'll be talking to Jim Mirabello and Coach Terry Christensen from the bus as they make their way home. And later we will join host David Murray and Assistant General Manager Tony Mancuso at Paradise Grill and Bar. Well, the Tiger Sharks have had an outstanding performance on the road, playing 8 games in just 13 days, averaging 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 overtime loss. Now, let's go to Coach Terry Christensen, who we have on the line. Coach, I'm sure you're glad to be almost home. Has a long road trip been tough on the players?
Well, first of all, it's, the road trip, it's been a long one. Obviously, we departed on February 26th there for Louisville, and played a very tough team in Louisville, River Frogs. Had a real good game against them, lost 4-3. And really from there, everything was onward and upward in terms of the trip. We had a very successful trip after that, with the exception to our last game. To be able to come away with a record of 5-2-1 is everything that we expected on the trip. In fact, maybe even a little bit better. Some people thought we'd go 5-3, but to get the 5 wins and to come back and tie the game against Columbus when we were down 5-2 with only 7 minutes left in the game was certainly a credit to the effort of the players, and puts us in good shape now with our last 7 games of the season.
Coach, what is the attitude of the team after a disappointing loss to the Cherokees last night?
The morale of the team is good. I think obviously the players were upset and down after the game, but that's the sign of a good hockey team is a team that has some resiliency, a team that can bounce back, and a team that doesn't dwell too long on the negative or the positive, but gets themselves ready for their next game that they have to play. So I have confidence in our leadership and the players in the locker room. I'm sure we'll be very competitive in our game against Jacksonville.
Thank you, Coach. We'll be talking to you and Jim Mirabello later on in the show. Now, let's join David Murray and Tony Mancuso standing by at Paradise Grill and Bar.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tiger Shark Report from the Paradise Grill and Bar. I'm David Murray, along with Tony Mancuso. We got Walt Edwards out of the way because last week you guys didn't behave yourselves, but David and Tony here pinch hitting for Jim Mirabello and Terry Christensen, who are coming back on the last of that 8-game road excursion. They're coming back from Knoxville today. And Tony, a couple of important things happened this week for the Tiger Sharks. For a team member in Trevor Jobe, and of course the Tiger Sharks' team had all started Tuesday night with a game against Erie. Trevor Jobe comes in, has a 4-point night and 600 points for his career.
Right, I mean, Trevor Jobe, what a great accomplishment. Last month, Darren Schwartz secured his 500th point. Now Trevor Jobe gets 600 points. Every time Trevor Jobe puts the puck in the net now or gets an assist, it sets a new milestone for the young guys coming in the league to shoot for.
And of course, the Tiger Sharks capturing a playoff spot Tuesday night with the victory, the 6-3 victory over the Erie Panthers. Don Keller will have a little bit more on that later in the broadcast. On Wednesday night, Trevor Jobe goes back to his old stomping grounds. And by the way, Rob Laurie, the starting goaltender, also played at Johnstown, but the Johnstown fans booed every time Trevor touched the puck.
Well, that's a reaction that every time you have a top quality player like that and a great fan favorite, he leaves, people start booing. But the weird thing is hearing Jim Mirabello say Alex Ovchenkov and Donnie Parsons. I know it's tough for you to sit there and listen, and all our fans, to some of our favorite players that left, and when you hear them say their name on the radio, it kind of gets you a little bit sentimental.
It's kind of funny as well for me to hear Alex Ovchenkov and think that he's playing for the opposition, but right now he's one of the bad guys. Tony, you sit tight, because coming up, Tom Neziol's Rule of the Game, brought to you by Celebrity Hams.
Welcome to this week's Celebrity Hams Rule of the Game. Once again this week we're going to be in the classroom, but this week is probably the most important class you're going to get all year. We're going to talk about defensive coverages, and this is what makes the Tiger Sharks so good. They probably practice this 3 to 4 times a week and are one of the best teams in the ECHL in their defensive zone. First of all, there's some keys that the guys go over and they have to do in order to be successful, and let's take a look at them. The first key is everybody on the ice has to be committed to playing defense. If you have a breakdown by one individual, the defensive system won't work. Secondly, you have to win your one-on-one battles. This is so very important. If you don't win your one-on-one battles, a player will beat you and then they'll get a scoring opportunity. Next, you have to talk. Guys have to communicate out on the ice, letting each other know what's happening or if there's going to be certain picks happening. They want to let the guys know, and that's a real important key. And finally, this is another one. You don't want to sit out there and puck watch. Too many times, players away from the play, they'll stand and they'll just watch what's going on where the puck is instead of watching their man, and sometimes their man will go around them and then get a loose puck. So you don't want to watch the puck, you want to watch your man. Now let's take a look here at the system on the chalkboard. First of all, in the red X's, this will be the offensive team. And let's use the blue here for the defensive team. If the puck's here in the corner, the first guy's usually the defenseman. He's going to want to take his man. So there we go. There's a lock right there. Usually most teams will have 2 guys down low. So then it's the centerman's responsibility. He'll go and he's going to lock on with this guy. Now, the next important thing really is in front of your net. This is the guy you got to be careful of right here, because usually these guys will work the puck and try to get it to this guy to score a goal. So this defenseman will play right here. He's not going to play over here, and he'll never want to be between the man and the puck. He wants to be between himself, the net, and the other man, okay? So make sure he's not in this area, and he'll lock on with this guy right here. Now, the forwards, you might think that they have an easy job, the wingers. They really don't. This winger has to lock on with him right here. And this winger over here, and this is the weak side guy because he's furthest away from the puck, he usually cheats out a little here, because sometimes what happens is this X will move out here, and then this winger will support and lock on, but he also has to watch this person. Now, I was talking about puck watching. A lot of times, these wingers, when they're in these spots, they'll puck watch and watch what's going on down there, and sometimes a defenseman might go around them and get a break on net. So these wingers, they have to be very attentive of what's going on in their defensive zone. Next time you're at a Tiger Shark game, watch what happens. Watch for the lock-ons at the points. Watch for these one-on-one battles down low. The defensemen, they're going to take the guy at the puck. The centerman, he plays like a defenseman also. He's going to lock on with this man. And then you need to watch the coverage in front of the net. Tallahassee has done just a tremendous job this season with their defensive coverage, and that's why they're in first place right now. During the playoffs, this becomes so much more important. So when you're at the next game, make sure you pay attention. And that's this week's Celebrity Ham's Rule of the Game.
Celebrity Hams is more than spiral sliced ham. It's succulent, honey-roasted, marinated rotisserie chicken. Celebrity roasters are seasoned overnight in a unique blend of herbs and spices, slow roasted to perfection from chickens that are farm fresh, never frozen. Celebrity Hams and Roasters serves handmade chicken pot pies, chicken salad, lunch plates, and the original stuff and muffin, the healthy choice for lunch or dinner. Chicken used to be chicken, but not anymore. Taste the difference honey-roasted, marinated rotisserie chickens make, only at Celebrity Hams and Roasters.
In Florida, bank holding companies are literally buying out their competition. Every transaction is processed by a machine. Phones are answered by computer-generated voices. Even loan decisions are faxed to their home offices in other cities for review. At Capital City Bank Group, the most important asset always has and always will be our people. You can still do business with someone you know.
Hey, welcome back to the Tiger Shark Report from the Paradise Grill. And Tony, an important teleconference tomorrow involving all the general managers throughout the East Coast Hockey League. I'm sure you'll have some say-so, involving some team movement possibly.
Well, we went through this 2 years ago when we were the Huntsville Blast franchise. What the owners and general managers are voting on is expansion. And not so much expansion, but movement. Right now, the area Panthers are looking to go to Baton Rouge, as they say, and the Nashville Knights are looking to go to Pensacola. So there is some important decisions to be made. Will they sacrifice the money of expansion money for new teams coming in to let these teams leave their cities for better markets? It's going to be an interesting phone call.
Okay, the question that beckons right now, Nashville comes to Pensacola. Who goes to Nashville, and better yet, who goes to Atlanta? You have any insight?
Well, I think so. With the National Hockey League trying to capture markets that they were in, have since left, and international hockey league teams are going there, have been very successful. They want to get back in it, such as what happened to our own Denver Grizzlies last year. Quebec moved down, bumps them out. Now they have to go out to Salt Lake City. What I think will happen, Nashville goes to Pensacola. Atlanta, Nashville's parent club, the Atlanta Knights, will move to Nashville, and you'll see a National Hockey League team go back to Atlanta via the old Flames.
That's right. Well, of course, Nashville building a $120 million arena that'll be ready very soon, so that might be a good move for the Atlanta Knights to go to Nashville, and certainly good for those Floridians who happen to have fallen in love with this great sport of hockey. Well, while they duke it out in the boardroom tomorrow, let's take a look at some duking out on the ice this season, in which Don King would have been glad to promote.
Gotta keep them separated.
O'Brien and Kowalski. O'Brien with a couple of quick rights in there. Kowalski tried to tie his hands up. O'Brien looks to get the right free. Kowalski comes with the left. Now a right uppercut. O'Brien's helmet's off. Now O'Brien just wails away and is drilling Kowalski with the right. Oh, now right out in front of the net for Fontaine is getting pounded. And Roger got a couple of pops in with the left. O'Brien with a couple of rights in there. They come over near the glass. McKay tried to get the left free. They're still wrestling at one another. Now O'Brien the upper hand over there, and Downey. Downey and Schwartz. Just inside the Tiger Shark blue line. O'Brien coming with the right, lands a couple of good ones on McEwen. McEwen, only Jenstad and Aaron Chris. And Chris gets Jenstad's jersey up over his arms. McEwen's jersey up over his head. Schwartz got a couple of quick rights in. Deasley at center away from the play. Deasley has a hold of Jacksonville's Doug Evans.
Here we go. Hasma jumps in and gets it foul right in the middle of three players. He takes a run at the goaltender.
It's a two-line pass, and then Hoffman comes over, and he just cross-checked one of the Tiger Sharks. All of this with 16 seconds to go. Ice skater in. O'Brien coming with some rapid rights on McEwitt. Now, Balasevic, Rob Balasevic came up and hit Payton from behind. Jim Paradise in a big battle with Andrew Kemper in behind the Mobile net. And Paradise is hot right now. He and Kemper have one another tied up. One behind the plate, Goltz has dropped the gloves, and he and Osiki are going at it. Now Pasco steps in and goes after McKagan. Beasley had his jersey wrestled off. Shoulder pads are about to go. Beasley with a right arm cock comes and lands one on the back of Hines' head. That is Aaron Chris, I believe. And Eula tangled up. Chris at 6'2", 200 leads the Tiger Sharks in penalty minutes. Offside play. Now we've got McDonald. He's dropped the gloves with Aldoff of Tallahassee. Players tangled up with one another. Matt Osiki's got one of the Renegades tied up. Yep.
Well, there you have it, some of the rough and tumble action going on the ice this season at the Leon County Civic Center. Tony, I know that the organization, as well as Coach Christensen and Coach Capuano, do not condone fighting. Nevertheless, it's a necessity in the sport of hockey. But two guys getting most of the action this year weren't even around last year.
Oh, I love it. I pay them a bonus every time they fight. That's my style of hockey. Well, Mark Deasley, I've known Mark Deasley for 4 years now. I had him up in Toledo. And Deasley is a heavyweight. When he first came to the field, I said, how come Deasley doesn't fight? Because anybody that fights him is a little bit crazy. And Sean O'Brien just tough as nails. Came out of the Princeton. He's just a tough man. He'll go with anybody. But the fighting, I hope it's never removed from hockey. But, you know, once again, I don't mind it being there. Because every now and then, even when doing the broadcast, you just have that urge for an uppercut.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, it's not pay-per-view, but it's the next best thing. And when we come back, we'll have some questions for our hockey expert, Tony Mancuso, on the Wendy's Ask the Coach segment. Stay with us.
I'd like to present this to the man who's done so much for Big Eaters, Mr. Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
3 years ago, I had a dream to make Wendy's Big Bacon Classic Cheeseburger to satisfy the biggest eater. With a quarter pound of fresh beef, cheese, bacon, not 2 strips, 3 strips, plus a pile of Biggie fries and a nice 20-ounce drink. And when I thought it was too big, I said, now it's perfect.
Wendy's Big Bacon Classic Combo, the official meal of the Big Eaters Club.
So let's eat.
Walt, on behalf of the Universal Travel and Tourism, I want to welcome you to Tallahassee. We had a great season last year. This year, we look forward to going all the way and getting the ring.
Jim, thanks very much. It's great to be here in Tallahassee. That's our goal, to bring a championship cup back here to Tallahassee. As a professional franchise, we have a lot of unique travel needs, and we look to have those needs taken care of. Along with my personal needs, we look to Universal Travel. You take great care of us, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks so much.
Welcome back to the Tiger Shark Report. David Murray and Tony Mancuso. And Tony, it's your turn to field some questions on the Wendy's Ask the Coach segment, and a familiar face is going to lead us off. Lindley, who is Booster Club president of the Tiger Shark Fan Club. Go ahead, Lindley.
Are you surprised with the success of the expansion teams this year?
Yes, I am. I'm very surprised with the success of expansion teams. Usually an expansion team would take 2 or 3 years to really get rolling, get the people accustomed to the city, the players want to go down there. I think with all the expansion in the South, though, the players want to come down South, because what we did last year in our inaugural season, I think that's what's making it easy for the players to come down there.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Flash Burn.
Hey, Flash, how you doing?
How you doing, Tony?
All right.
My question is there a difference in price and tickets between the regular season and the playoffs?
Yes, there is. There is a $1 charge added to all the ticket prices for the playoffs. The reason that is the East Coast Hockey League gets $1 per ticket, and rather than the Tiger Sharks incurring the cost, the league makes us tack it on top of this, so we can still get our regular ticket price, and then they charge the fans that $1 extra for the league.
Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you much.
Hello, my name is Ragda.
Hi, Ragda.
How are you?
Okay.
Do you think this year's team is better or worse than last year's team?
Oh, gee, that's a tough question. You really put me on the spot. I really think that this year is a better team than last year, although last year we did go to the last game of the semifinals to get into the Rally Cup playoffs. We did get eliminated there. But I think this year is a more talented team. We have a tougher team as well as a more skilled team. And we have a lot of KG veterans on the team that have not won a cup. So I'm really looking forward to go all the way this year. And I think, yes, this year is a better team than last year.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. And coming up, Dawn Kelly will recap the week for the Tiger Sharks on the road. And she'll also look at the ECHL playoff standings and who's in and who's out. That's next from the Tiger Shark Report.
The Cash Cow. The name you need to remember. The Cash Cow. We have fast, easy money now. The Cash Cow. What is the Cash Cow? The Cash Cow is the largest title pawn company and check cashing service in the area. And for a limited time, 0% interest on title loans. Yes, interest-free loans when you bring in your car, boat, motorcycle, or RV title. Need your checks cashed? The Cash Cow is the only stop you should make when you need your checks cashed fast. Come see the Cash Cow at one of our 5 convenient locations. Now at the Tallahassee Flea Market. The Cash Cow.
Teamwork takes communications.
I'm coming across the blue line.
For two-way radios and pagers, the name to remember is First Communications, your authorized Motorola dealer.
Dix, run that forward. I got him.
For over 25 years, we've been making workplaces more productive through improved communications. Now we're proud to be helping the Tallahassee Tiger Sharks to stay in touch.
Stop the shot.
Motorola and First Communications, a winning combination.
Security, we need help on the ice.
Welcome back to the Tiger Shark Report. Now let's find out more about what the playoff picture might look like. Jim Mirabello is standing by on the phone. Jim, with playoffs 2 weeks away, can you tell us who has definitely clinched a spot? And also tell us a little bit about how playoffs are going to work.
Well, Don, the Tiger Sharks are one of 3 teams in the Southern Division that's clinched a playoff berth right now. Louisiana and Nashville have also clinched, but we probably won't know until the end of the season who the Tiger Sharks will play in the first round. Right now, Tallahassee and Louisiana are battling it out for first place in the division. And where the playoff format works, the first place team will play the 5th place team in the South. The second place team will play the 4th place team. And then the 3rd place team will go into the wild card division. The Tiger Sharks obviously hoping that they can finish first. And if that were the case, they would play the 5th place team in the division in a best-of-5 opening round playoff series with 3 of the 5 games to be played in Tallahassee. That's how it'll work throughout all the divisions. Over in the Northern Division right now, Toledo has a big lead, and they'll finish first in their division. In the Eastern Division, Richmond is on top by a wide margin, so they've guaranteed themselves first place in the East. The biggest battle right now is in the South, where Tallahassee and Louisiana are within a point of one another. The Tiger Sharks lead the division by 1 point, and Louisiana, who did not play last night but is playing tonight in Jacksonville, 1 point behind Tallahassee. So we've got a lot to be decided as we head down the stretch here again. In each division, 1 plays 5, 2 plays 4, and then the 3rd place teams will go into their own division with the wild card team, the team with the 16th best record in the league, and they will play one another. The first place team seeded according to points against the 4th place team in that division, and then the second playing the 3rd. You'll have 16 teams to start out the playoffs. After the first round, the best-of-5 series, it'll be narrowed down to 8 teams, and then we'll go from there. But the one thing that we do know right now is that the Tiger Sharks have clinched the playoff berth.
Thank you, Jim. We'll have more on the Tiger Shark Report right after this.
Who makes the world's greatest hamburger? World's greatest. Fuddruckers. At Fuddruckers, you start with a freshly ground half-pound hamburger. Fresh. After that, it's in your hands. Yes. So, who makes the world's greatest hamburgers? Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers and you. Fuddruckers.
The puck stops here. Mission Trace Apartments, home to the Tallahassee Tiger Sharks. Mission Trace, off the beaten path with spacious 2- and 3-bedroom apartments, yet it's conveniently located, only minutes to all the universities, complete with amenities such as weight rooms, swimming pool, and a car wash area. Now accepting applications, so hurry to Mission Trace Apartments, 3801 Mission Trace Boulevard.
Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Tiger Shark Report. My thanks to Don Kelly and Tom Neziol, and my partner for the last 2 weeks, Tony Mancuso, who has joined Wayne for a little hockey serenade for you. Don't forget, Tuesday, playoff tickets go on sale at the Leon County Civic Center, and Wednesday night, the Tiger Sharks will take on the Jacksonville Lizard Kings. I'm going to step aside. Enjoy.
I got them ice hockey blues.
Yes, you do, my friend.
Man, I'm slipping and sliding down the ice. Ooh, I got them ice hockey blues. Ooh, can't wait till my next fight. Meet up on them little Jacksonville Lizard Kings, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm sliding. Sliding, baby, come home. Come on.
Slide it.
Oh, yeah. Hockey blues. Oh, see, at the Civic Center, you know, pretty slick.
Pretty slick.
How about a little KC and the Sunshine Band? For you country fans, here's the Cotton Eye Joe.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Down, and a penalty is coming up against DeSantis now, and players come together, and sticks are up in the near corner of the Jacksonville zone. O'Brien is in there for the Tiger Sharks. Everybody has come together in the left wing corner. The linesmen are in there. Here we go. 2:45 left on the power play down the right wing side. Toward the net comes Savchenkov. He circles the goal, carries it into the left wing corner. Alexander Savchenkov for Tallahassee gives it to Graham, centers to Deasley, and he scores! Mark Deasley in front, and the Tiger Sharks with a power play goal are up 4-1. Hungle, now it's a 2-on-2. O'Brien with a pocket shot, saved by Goff. Hungle knocks in the rebound. It's a goal for the Tiger Sharks. That's the indication right now. The Lizard Kings are arguing. Goff, the goaltender, went right after Mariconda.
They're back.
That's right. The Tallahassee Tiger Sharks return to Tallahassee's News Channel 27 Saturday to take on the Knoxville Cherokees.
And the Tiger Sharks are looking to put this tribe of ice warriors to sleep with the fishes.
Goal line coming in front and shooting. He scored! Trying to get a shot up. Center's in. They've scored.
See it live Saturday at 7. The Tiger Sharks and the Cherokees on Tallahassee's News Channel 27.